Hello everyone, my name is Hanalee and I will be presenting the artist Dohosa. Some quick facts and background on him. He was born in 1962 in Seoul, Korea. He's mainly a sculptor and installation artist. He works across many mediums, creating drawings, film, and sculptural works that confront questions of home, physical space, displacement, memory, individuality, and collectivity, although he is best known for his fabric sculptures and installations. He's received both a bachelor's and master's degree from Seoul National University. He also studied at Yale University and the Rhode Island School of Design. This is a picture of him here in front of a work. The first piece we'll go over of his is Home Within Home. Created in 2013, this piece is a 1-to-1 scale model of two homes that Dohosa once lived in. The bigger home on the outside is a copy of a Rhode Island townhouse where he lived while studying at the Rhode Island School of Design in the early 1990s. The smaller home is suspended within this blue structure, and it's a copy of the traditional Korean building where the artist grew up. This is a perfect example of how Dohosa confronts questions of home, and this is not the only piece of his he's replicated of a place he's lived. The ghostly material is made from a light polyester. It's often seen in traditional Korean summer clothing. Dohosa has stated that it's not the material he wants his viewers to focus on, but the bigger picture of what he's created. He used a 3D scanner to capture the Rhode Island building. The outside work is large enough for his viewers to walk through. This photo you can see and appreciate, this person is appreciating the art from within it. This next piece is called Cause and Effect. If you look really closely, you can see that it is made out of 42,000 red, orange, yellow, white, and maroon figures. These figures are placed together to create a large sunset-colored swirly vortex. They are hung on transparent string very densely, creating this great shape. To me, this displays a statement and a message along with being a beautiful work of art. To me, I believe that it's portraying what we can accomplish when we work together. Each of these figures is relying on the others to hold the piece together and create unity across the different colors of figures. You can see here that it goes from the ceiling all the way to the last figure touching the floor. This next one I used to find to be really boring, but as I viewed it more and read an interview that someone did with the artist about it, I gained a greater appreciation. Titled Passageways, there's a great quote from the interview. Quote, "I see life as a passageway, with no fixed beginning or destination. We tend to focus on the destination all the time and forget about the in-between spaces." Unquote. I love this because we all can have our own interpretations of art, obviously, but for me, I love thinking about how different our in-between spaces are for everyone, and to me it's really the little things in life, and I love how that is highlighted here. This piece of art is made completely out of military dog tags. Created in 2001, it is titled Someone. While creating this piece for a class the artist was taking in college, he slowly realized that he had a love for sculpting. After he created this for his class, he basically left painting behind to become a sculptor. I love that that we can try so many different mediums and really see where we shine most. We can love every aspect of art, but we all have our different areas of strength. His military experience also had an influence on the content of this piece. This photo shows an up-close of how all of these pieces are so tediously placed together. This piece, titled 348 West 22nd Street, is a 1-to-1 replica of a previous apartment that this artist lived in New York. This large work is very detailed, perfectly to reflect the ghost version of the structure, from the apartment to the hallway to the staircase. I love the way that he keeps memories of his past homes alive by creating these works. I feel it gives us a look into, his thoughts and feelings, and it really shows the nostalgia he has for these places that he lived in. This is another view of the living room, kitchen, bathroom that is shown here in the bottom right corner. This piece, titled Screen, is a site-specific installation created using over 85,000 stacked multicolored figures. This artwork wraps around the expensive walls of the Intercontinental Los Angeles downtown lobby. Through the repeated forms to create this entire artwork, he is making a reference between individual effort and team effort to create something. Not only to create something, but to work together for something greater than what we can accomplish individually. This is another great piece that we can appreciate. I can appreciate it because I like it, but I don't have the patience to make it. And maybe this artist has an appreciation for something I would create, but doesn't necessarily want to make it himself. Here's a close-up of those colored figures. Kind of a similar concept. This is titled Public Figures. It's made out of stone and bronze in 1998. It's an empty pedestal held up by a crowd of people. This kind of flips the reasoning behind having a figure to put up on a pedestal. It's rather the figures are holding the pedestal up. My interpretation is that he's showing we sometimes put too much glory into a certain individual that we name the hero rather than appreciating maybe the entire group that was contributing to the matter. This piece, titled Fallen Star, created in 2012, is so different than anything that this artist has made. It is like a house made out of actual house materials, just created on a slant on a busy city street. It's very interesting. I didn't find a lot about this one, just photos. I don't love it, but I definitely had to throw it in here to represent just the diversity between his works. Another large installation, this is called Karma, showing the large legs and the shoes that are about to step on those tiny figures running. I interpret this one just as simple, like, you get what you give. Dohosa definitely has a specific style, themes and topics that he creates, that he's inspired to create by. Although I differ from this artist in many ways, I feel that we have a trait in common for having just a few specific types of mediums that we like to work in and a few different themes as well. He works with like nostalgia and kind of political statements with his ghostly sculptures or his sculptures made out of figures. And I feel that I create with paint or in like digital works of art, either in like feelings that I'm representing or just something beautiful that I want to recreate. He really puts out there the need to work together, have kindness and peace, and it's a good example of, you might think that you want to do something forever, like he thought he was going to be a painter, but he tried sculpting and that's his career. Here are some other works by him and my sources. Thank you.